Ведьмак, 3, Кровь и вино, 5 эпизод. Просто продолжаем. А да, мы же прошли дурацкие порталы. И на этом остановились. Опять эта штука.
Just need to pick an entry.
Что это? У меня даже не было выбора уйти.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was,
Неожиданность
on
очередная
the day
была.
when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Но я пока нет кристалла.
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
Блин, я выйти хочу. Я хочу по очереди смотреть, блин, на... Почему я выйти не могу, лол?
Crystal for this entry.
Эй! Чё? Ну ё-моё, придётся смотреть не по очереди.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Ну ладно, ладно.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations.
А вот и то, что
Further
нам
augmented
надо,
his
да?
speed and strength. rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects.
Да.
Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure.
Да я, блин, третий и пятый не нашел. Какой итог?
So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
О, их можно друг друга переделывать. Это, кстати, приятно.
Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Похоже просто на Iron Maiden.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly.
Так, еще один нужно найти сначала. Че это за чучело?
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
Надейся. Чем там? Все, больше здесь ничего нету. Вроде нет, ладно, пойдем в портал. Лол. Случайно.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals. Just need to pick an entry.
Ну почему сейчас можно, блин, уйти, а тогда нет? Странно очень.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success.
А, ну да,
I've
мы это уже
discovered the
видели.
method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Пять опыта. Спасибо, папаше, за них. Так, как мне... Ага, вот в эту дырку идти, наверное. Наверное, там это... Да. Понятно, буду знать, если еще встречу. Так, это на выход, я так понимаю, или... А, нет, все нормально, все правильно иду. Блин, реально красные мутагены теперь у меня точно есть. Есть выход сверху, да. Теперь мне залезать внутрь, да?
Intriguing as Professor's mutagens might work on me started out sun. Well, time to find out.
Боже мой, храбрец. Ты там как живой? Такс. Окей. Когда вы получаете урон. Неприятно. То есть ты 30 секунд типа бьешь сильно, а потом свисать начинаешь? Ну, сомнительно. О, это довольно неплохо. У меня, правда, есть и так бессмертие через адреналин, но все-таки. Это не так. Наверное, вот так вот и сюда как-то. Для начала мне нужно красных штук наделать. Опять же, их меньше всех. Кстати, там же можно было переделывать одни в другие, вроде бы. Ой. Ага. 3 больших мутагена нужно. Капец, много. Откуда брать их? И где она? Почему они не открылись? А, вот так. Ага, и нужно, то есть, отсюда что-то перетащить, да? Привет, Хантер Дворф. Так, я вот даже не помню. Раз, два, три, 4, 6, 9, да? 4, 8, 9. Да, здесь мы все взяли. Ну, можно посмотреть, может быть, что-то здесь приличное есть еще. Потом я перестал брать, потому что некуда ставить было. Ну, вот, например. Я так понимаю, это же не обязательно тяжелыми ударами бить, чтобы эта штука активировалась. Тут не написано про это. Вот, это при мощной атаке. И этот при мощной атаке. Эти две просто. Я правильно же понимаю, что эти две способности распространяются на любые атаки, а не только на мощные? Тут же это не написано. Ну, кроме того, что это в разделе мощных атак находится. Меня вот это смущает. Типа, как это работает. А, все-таки нет. То есть вот эти все же две способности только для мощных атак, да? То есть, хоть и не подписано, что это типа только мощными атаками, но все равно, да? Хлипкое оружие, по-моему, на все. Дайте-ка я даже уточню. Работает только на сильной атаке. Окей, окей. Так что да, все-таки не стоит, наверное. Тогда лучше, наверное, что-то из защиты брать. Ну, я часто уворачиваюсь, так что, наверное, это имеет смысл прокачать. Нормально. Мне кажется, вот этот прокачать, но опять же до нее дожить надо. Слишком много. Ты часто кувыркаешь, кувырок уклонения это не одно и то же. Насколько я помню, да, точно. Я же поэтому в свое время и отказался брать. Как тут уворачиваться-то я забыл. Стоп, через аль же, по-моему. А, он, наверное, в бою только уворачивается, да? Да, сейчас что-то не хочет. Но в любом случае... Пускай будет, господи. Наверное, что-нибудь, да, Хантер. Когда, не знаю. Расписание всегда можешь прочекать в ВК, Дискорде, Ютубе. Все тогда, мы с этим закончили. Покинуть лабораторию. Валим. Фух, успел. Чуть из зоны не ушел. А, понятно. Геральт? Да.
Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Стопай, хочу ли я с ним встречаться сейчас? Не помню. А вот я не уверен, селедочка, привет. Кстати, забыл поздороваться. Окей, давайте, раз уж близко, тогда сходим.
A storm, damn it.
Не знаю, кто это.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Да, боже мой. Кимора работница.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave. More eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash. Some stench.
Чари ясно, чтобы не погасло. Ты вообще кто такой? Солдат, блин. Вот почему в тебе нет красной штуки, солдат? Блин, ну ладно. А это куда ведет? А, не одинаково, видимо. Привет, ты там.
Nahalani's eye. Ought to use it. Interesting.
Ну ладно. Кассус. Жирный какой-то. Нет, это. Из знаков я только один прокачал. А, нет, два. Второй для майн-контрола, да. Для сюжетных каких-то моментов. На всякий случай.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliche can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Рука?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
Что с тобой? Ями-ями или наоборот?
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres.
Фига себе.
It's actually mine.
Это
I
когда
received it
здесь
from
было?
a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Detlef.
Типа
Possesses
короля
the
или
authority,
королевы.
even the power to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare.
Конечно.
There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Дергается, блин. Послание.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Давайте по очереди, если я так понял, так можно.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash.
После
But what of
событий
you?
тяжелых.
Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Да.
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the wild hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was...
Целая игра.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Gotta ask you the big question. What everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing.
Из
But
мокрого
Detlef
места.
creating you out of a wet smear?
Я думал, сейчас
Something
какой-то
else entirely.
этой колонны
A
вытащил.
difficult
до
and laborious
остатки.
process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit. But Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are not
Хрупкие.
hard nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth, One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago
понятно.
swore never to fight one another.
All right, give you one question. What do you wanna know?
Спросил 5,
One
разрешил
question
1.
to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Оу, ну опять же, я не знаю. В принципе, потому что я знаю, вроде он вполне себе нормально. Опять же, только что он даже не высказывал желание там отменить мутации, говорил, как бы их усилить, да, клево.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Капец, бутылка большая, столько раз ее передавали.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an
что-то.
abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no
передавать?
more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Не очень подробно.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the whites' saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoon?
Spoons.
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into the vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Так. Ну, это точно же потом. А, тут не нужна лошадь. Нормально поговорили. Мне тоже, в принципе, понравилось, несмотря на то, что я тоже не читал по этому берегу.
You cannot escape your destiny.
Дорога.
Yes?
Но это не вряд ли для нас. Бестия. Ну нет, это вряд ли. Мы знаем уже все. Осуждаю. Что? Кого?
I placed the first bid.
Well, out with it.
Mademoiselle,
A curious
monsieur,
land, this
we
Tucson.
must remain calm.
Each time I come here, I
So the
sense
witches
I
eat their
entered a
cheese
fairy
before
tale.
dessert or after?
Most amusingly, the
Чего
locals
хотите?
believe all that tribe. For instance, the
Greetings.
giant which the
Эриданский.
slew, they
Stinky.
claim it was
Good
cursed.
health to you.
Guillaume will do anything
Good day.
to impress a woman.
Here, all seek to elevate.
Просто вы просто так стоите, да?
Times.
Greetings, traveler. Have you any needs?
Mind if I glance at what you got?
Такс. Всякую мелочевку. Да, не нужно уже.
So long.
Good luck on the path.
For 4 generations. That is how long my family has been producing wine.
Producing plonk unfit to drink, you mean? Which is exactly why you should sell Belgat to me, not him.
А кто сказал
As
это?
a ducal clerk, I must look after the duchy's best interests. Belgard currently belongs to the treasury. The minister of the treasury has clearly expressed his desire that Belgard be handed over to a responsible steward. Yet, diverse troubles beset both your present holdings. Until you resolve them and thus prove yourselves competent, selling Belgard to either of you is out of the question.
Well, Happy? This is your fault.
Mine? You're deranged, woman. Hark, good folk! Be it known, Matilda de Vermentino is a cursed, spiteful lunatic!
Doesn't look cursed to me. Just really, really angry. Ticked her off quite a bit, you have.
Truly, how would you know? A shrew tamer, are you?
A witcher. So no expert, I guess. But it doesn't take an expert to see when a woman's angry.
Yeah, I suppose you speak the truth, brother. Wait, did you say witcher? Not
Yes, I am.
seeking work, are you? You see, I wish to buy a vineyard. Belgard. Yet that bloody
Ведьмак.
bureaucrat's not likely to sell it to me until
Убиваем
I settle my
монстров.
troubles at home, at Coronata.
What kind of troubles we talking about?
It's botched in more ways
А,
than
все,
one.
слушай,
The
чудище,
herbarium
ладно.
infested with monsters. My steward gone missing with an entire transport of wine. And someone's abducted my herbalist.
Lot of bad luck for one little vineyard.
If you ask me, it's that Matilda, her handiwork. A sugar-sweet face, a temper sharp as horseradish. So will you help?
Could look into it, but not for free.
That goes without saying. What is your rate?
Оу, фига себе, тут такая приличная цена базовая.
Could you not reduce it a shave?
Да, да, конечно, могу.
Could you not reduce it a shave? Could you not
Да ты
reduce it a shave?
шмот.
That sounds fair.
Sure sounds like work for a witcher. Yeah, I'll help.
I am really, truly grateful. Thank you. My vineyard lies east of here. You're sure to find it. Now forgive me. I must talk to that quill pusher. I might win him over yet.
Подойти. А, он сам в ролике, да.
You're a witcher, yes? I heard you talking to that oafish ogre Liam. Disgusting man. The worst sort. First, seduces with
Нужно
the
будет
dashing
решить, кого
gaze, the
поддержать, да?
fair face, then reveals
Ah.
a coal-black heart. But that's all besides the point. I stopped you because I want to buy Belgat too. Alas, things are rotten at my own vineyard, Vermentino.
Strange coincidence.
No coincidence. I am certain Liam's thrown a stick in my
Друг другу
spokes.
подложили или все же
Several
никто не
sticks.
виноват?
My cooper and blacksmith both have mysteriously vanished. Man-eating plants have sprouted on my paths, and strange things are afoot on Pheasant Hill. The list goes on, but the crux is one. I must solve my problems at Vermentino if I'm to stand any chance of acquiring Belgard. Would you help me before you help Liam? I'm willing to pay more than he's offered you. Fine. Settled.
I can help. At least try.
Wonderful. You've no idea how much that means to me. My vineyard lies due west. I shall stay here for a time. I must make certain Liam does not pull some stunt while my back is turned.
Gotcha. Farewell.
Да. Но она обещала, что заплатит больше. Эх, у меня пока вообще никакой информации нет. Кто из них прав? Так что реально просто тыкать придется пальцем в небо. По итогу.
Each time I come here, I sense I've entered a very world.
Come on.
Ладно. Ну, большая земля так-то.
Come on, Roach. Empty wine bottles, leftovers.
Откуда вы меня знаете?
Can outsiders sign up, or is this a closed event?
Piss off, rat mug! Hop, skip, trot!
Mind your manners.
This is your end, Master Witcher!
What? Lost your nerve?
It's not allowed, that kind of
What the fuck, чел, так нечестно. А меня не восстановит хп? Почему у меня же адреналин? Что за херь? Блять, где я вообще?
Move it.
Rossi, you're all right. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rossi is my thing.
Empty wine bottles, leftovers.
Вот, блин, почему игра мне не позволяет атаковать их? Ну что за говно? Помоечная игра.
Can outsiders sign up, or is this a closed event? Mind your manners. Come on, come on.
Что это, блядь, была за хуйня?
It's not allowed. That kind of beating feast is over.
Пиздец. Блядь, почему я не могу оружие достать? Что за хуйня? Явно какая-то ересь происходит.
That's enough of that.
Ага! Я понял. Рафлан не бала. От него реально смысл есть. Жестко.
Saint Lebioda sent you. I must now repair my wagon. They await me at the building site.
So long.
Стоп, что произошло? Я просто избил пару человек. Почему меня поблагодарили? Что происходит? Что это было только что? Какого... Чё за херь? Ни хера не понял. Типа лол. Я пришел, махаюсь с бомжами, потом меня выкидывают в ролик, проходит день. Типа, кого? А, кстати, я забыл запись закончить. Ё-моё.